Hello, today I like to talk about the US entities and the nature of them, their differences of the entities. The most important US entities are corporations, limited liability companies, LLP, limited liability partnership, general partnership, and sole proprietorship and general partnership. So one, in choosing these entities for business, they have to be very careful that each has some kind of protection and it has some limitations. We start about the S corporation versus limited liability company. S corporation is one of the very good corporation in US, is 100 shareholders limited, and the shareholders have to be US citizens or US residents or green card holders. And the S corporation pays salaries for the shareholders, and the net of the profit going as pass-through from K1 to the shareholders individual, and they file on their 1040 pass through whatever is net on their individual 1040. And S corporation has the president, vice presidents, they have like treasurers, secretaries, and so forth. And the most important is that it has a good protection. If it runs properly, the shareholders, they should have a salary for themselves. Many S corporations, they go pass through without paying salary to shareholders, which is not good, because at the end they might get into trouble because they are not paying any social security taxes. So design of S corporation is that the shareholders get the salaries, and then the net, they don't pay on net of the company, it goes pass through, they don't pay any social security or Medicare, or call it self-employed tax of 15.3%. What is the C corporation? C corporation is unlimited number of shareholders. Any shareholders, could be foreigners, LLCs, trusts, with no limitations. But on S corporation, the shareholders, they have to be limited as far as the residency, US citizen or US resident. And C corporation has very high taxations, and all the public corporations are C corporation. It has very high taxation on federal, up to 28%, and then on the net, which it goes as dividend to shareholders, they pay additional taxes when it goes to their individual as dividend. They're called double taxation. And on the state level in California, for example, they pay 9.3% taxes on the net. But S corporation pay on the net for Franchise Tax Board of California only 1.5%. For limited liability company or LLC, which has to be more than 2 members, and that they can have any members they want, they call the company one of the people or more, they could call them managing directors, or the rest of people, they call them members. And if it is a passive activity, on K1, pass through to individual 1040, they don't pay any self-employed taxes. But if it is non-passive activities, such as mercantile and so forth, then on the net of the corporation, or LLC, they have to pass through self-employed taxes of 15.3% on individual. And on the general partnership is the same with the unlimited liabilities. So the members, they don't have any protection of limited liability company, and in case of lawsuit, they goes to their individual members or members of the general. It is like sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship does not have any limitation. In other words, it is unlimited liabilities. So when it goes to from general partnership goes to the K1 to the individual, then if there is non-passive, they have to pay 15.3% self-employed tax. And either on a Schedule C if it is business, or a Schedule E if it is, this is for the single member LLC. Single member LLC is only one person, and they pay for their state file only. Single member LLC is only 1%. They file for state only the return. On the federal level is disregarded entities, so they have to do the same thing on a Schedule C or a Schedule E, and does not have any protection. So many people by mistake, they open SML LLC, single member LLC, and they don't realize that it is only one person, and they should have opened it maybe S corporation, which they could have one person for any protection purposes. So what is the LLP, limited liability partnership, is designed for the mostly for the law firms or medical doctors that there are many members. This limited liability partnership protect one against other LLP members. So that's designed for that purposes. And it is very important in choosing the right entity for yourself without having any problems, because having a wrong entity, it might get you into trouble. So that's the reason I wanted to talk about this issue, because I have encountered a lot of people, they make mistakes. Even I have seen professionals, they make these mistakes. So it's better to distinguish between these entities and choose a right one for your business, and have protection and doing the business. My name is Shahra Tadayon. I hope you enjoyed this short presentation of differences between the type of entities in USA.